All right, guys, we're back with the Edison Format Players Championship semifinals at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Ryanide on the left playing Lightsworn, rolled in 11, versus Donnell Dnasty on the right playing Machina Gadgets. So, for those guys wondering, the Players Championship is an invite-only tournament for the top 8 players with epic points for the past 3 months. We do this Players Championship every 3 months. So basically, the way the point system works is you get 1 point. This is for retro Yu-Gi-Oh! It counts all the retro formats we do, not just Edison. Yeah, you get 1 point for entering the tournament. So sometimes people, like, even if you don't do well, even if you just keep entering, you might be able to qualify. And then you get points based on how you finish after Swiss. And if there is top cut, you get an additional point for winning the tournament. So it looks like Ryanide's going first. Summons Lila, mills 3, mills 1 Honest, Arcus, and Donnell summons Red Gadget. This is not a matchup that I'm too familiar with. I'm going to guess Ryan's favored because, like, Donnell plays, like, a lot of Solidarity cards and stuff like that. So maybe I'd argue that Ryan's favored. Now, these two have qualified for a couple of the Players' Championships in the past. I know Donnell's made the semifinals once. Ryanide's made the semifinals once as well. Actually, Ryanide qualified for the last Players' Championship, but he didn't even play because it was hat format. This is our 5th Players' Championship. The first 3 were Edison. The last one was Hap, and now they're back to Edison, which I think is better. All right. So, Lila effect. So, these two also have some of the most wins on the channel. Ryanide has 11. I think Donnell has 10 or 11. I forgot where Donnell's at. So, pretty close. This is a classic matchup on the channel. These two have faced off in the channel a lot. I don't know why. Oh, no, they're both at 11. Okay, never mind. Yes, they're tied for 4th, so the winner of these two has a chance to get the 12th win and tie John Vigil for the 3rd most wins. So it looks like Ryan mills a Wolf. Tributes Lila for Celestia, Target, or mill 4 first, mills Plague, Aaron, Beckoning, and Honest. So I think both his Honest are gone. Gets rid of Deep Prison. Now, I am playing in the other semifinals match versus Randy's Diva Hero B deck. I'm not going to spoil what happens in that match. But I much rather face, if I win, I'd much rather face Donnell's deck. Because, like, Shura can trample over, and then, as long as I can, and I have Icarus, yeah, I'd much rather face Donnell's deck than Ryan. So it's interesting. So I was the 1 seed in this tournament, and I was able to choose who my opponent was in top 8. And I thought about picking Donnell, but I wasn't sure what deck he would pick. Because he plays, we've seen him play Black Wings, Machina Gadget, and Amaryllis. But I had a feeling I thought he was going to go back to good old Black Wings, maybe. So I decided not to choose him. So instead, I chose the 1 GB player. Anyways, Donnell summons Yellow Gadget, searches green. And here comes Solidarity. One thing I thought was cool was that for this Players' Championship, all 8 players showed up. I think the previous 2, 1 person didn't show up. Or 2. And all 8 players were playing a different deck. The only similar deck was Joey Lynch's Machina control deck and Donnell's Gadget deck, but I don't consider them the same deck. So, yep. Who will move on to the finals, potentially get the 12th win? Yes, I'm going to root for Donnell, because I'd much rather face him in the finals if I get the Randy's Hero B deck. All right, so here comes JD. Yeah, this is why I figured that Ryan was favored, because just... Yeah, that's exactly game. No Gores. I don't think you play Gores, and with triple Solidarity, no way. So Ryanide 1 win away from getting to the finals of the Players' Championship. What's funny is I actually made the finals of the previous 2 Players' Championship, but I lost both times. All right, so Donnell's going first. Fresh off his 2nd place finish at Edison Showdown 4 in Cobras Cove, Texas. He got the playmat. And Ryan also got top 4 at the Edison Showdown 3. He's playing on his Top Cut match. So you can see the mats they give out for the Edison Showdown. And it's crazy because, like, Ryan's always playing like a machine deck, except until he switched to Lightsworn. But he put Cyber Dragons in his main deck. And it's just sometimes the bracket just goes in your favor. Like, Ryan got paired against Lynch, who's playing Machina, and he's made against Cyber Dragon. Then he got paired against Donnell, and who's playing Machina Gadget. And then whoever wins between me and Randy, those Cyber Dragons are going to be good. Now, I think it'd be a little... it's going to be good against both matchups. The only matchup that I feel the Cyber Dragon is kind of bad against is what? Frogs. So Ryan's hand is like double wolf, beckoning, solar recharge, cyber dragon, or Jane. So it looks like he chose the Jane. Is the Jane over the cyber dragon? I guess you don't want him to mill. Yeah, okay, I see. You don't want him to mill, but he has recharge anyway. Okay, so here comes recharge. Draw Celestia, and a second cyber dragon mills Aaron and Gores. Special cyber dragon. Contact with the yellow gadget. Goes for Chimera attack. Attacks Dnasty for 2,000. So we saw Ryan's, if you watched the previous video, we saw Ryan's match. I did record it. I didn't record Donnell's top 8 match, but he beat Julio's Value Turbo deck. Julio actually had the second most points. I think it's because he played like a bunch of the formats. He played GOAT, Tengu, and Edison. So I think that's why he had the second most points. Like Ryan had the most points at the beginning of the season, but then he kind of slowed down. He stopped playing GOAT, and he never played Tengu, so I think that's what hurt him. Versus me, I played almost every Edison tournament, every Tengu tournament. That's why I always get the most points. The only format I didn't play that much was GOAT. I played a few times, but not much. Anyway, here comes Solidarity from Donnell. Attacks over the Chimera Tech for 200. So we're at 78 to 6K. Now Donnell sits a third back row. How many names does he have? So he has 2 names, 2 wolves in his hand. So he special summons Cyber Dragon. Oh, he drew all 3 wolves? Wow. That's Lightsworn for you. So contact. And so here Donnell's asking him to count his extra deck. Oh my god. Donnell, come on, man. I just know Donnell's mad. Because he probably wasn't expecting the second Chimera Tech. I mean, if he's main decking 2 Cyber Dragon, I could see, and he plays Beckoning. So it could come up. Probably comes up often. Well, I think it's going to come up way more if you play against a machine deck. Like, it won't come up in other matchups that much. But he has room. He's playing Lightsworn. Like, he definitely has room. Now, I wonder if, I don't think Ryan plays Pot of Avarice. All right, so here comes Gear Frame, also known as Orange Gadget. Grabs Fortress. I'm surprised Donnell didn't get rid of this mat. So he pitches Force for Fortress. Attack for 500 over the... And then... Or sorry, no, it's 13. 13 and then 26. So Ryan's at 39. Donnell sets a 4th back row. Let's see what Ryan can do with those 2 wolves and JDs in his hand. But if he has Beckoning, I mean, he's got... Oh, he drew Garoth. Maybe that's what he needed. It was a 4... How many names does he have? Okay, so here comes Beckoning. Not discard, but grab back JD, Wolf, 2 Cyber Dragons. Now, Ryan does not play 3 Chimera Tech. Special summon JD. He's probably going to, pay 1,000. Maybe he's afraid of Starlight Road, but you got to go for it at this point. You're up a game, so... Okay, Divine Rats to JD, and... Yeah, if he played the 3rd Chimera Tech, which... Yeah, Ryan picks up his cards. There's just... Can you make room for the 3rd JD? Or, sorry, the 3rd Chimera Tech? You could definitely make room for the 3rd JD. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the 3rd Chimera Tech. I feel like it's only going to come up against gadgets. Even against Machina Control, I don't think you'd need the 3rd Chimera Tech. This is the one matchup where you'll need it just because they always have machine. Or unless there's other pure machine rogue decks, but... Alright, anyways, he mills Recharge and Mirror Force after discarding the Wolf. Shout out to Donnell for making Ryan count his extra deck on camera. I wouldn't have said anything. It's like it's Lightsworn. They have room. Now, if you would have brought out the 3rd one, I wouldn't have said anything. But like, okay, man, maybe you're pre-playing, and then I would have got a little upset if you would have dropped the 3rd one. But I still wouldn't have counted his extra deck. I'm surprised. I mean, you can't deck check at locals, but I'm pretty sure if this was like if they were at a YCS, Donnell, me knowing Donnell, I've known Donnell for like what 14, 15 years now. I know he probably would have called the judge just to verify that there was 2 Chimera Tech in his deck list. All right, so here comes Charge. He searches Jane. I think Donnell's a little upset about the 2 Janes, but it's Jane. Come on, man. Who cares? All right, so Ryan summons Jane, sets 2, passes to Donnell, mills Aaron and Foolish. Donnell with Upstart. The Oscar special, double Upstart. It's when you upstart and activate another one, right? That's the Oscar special. All right, here comes Card Trooper, mills Yellow Gadget, Book of Moon, and Solidarity. Activates a second Solidarity, attack with Card Trooper. And let's see. Card Trooper's at 27, so he's going to lose 900. Now Dnasty sets a back row. Passes to Ryanide. So Ryanide's got Cyber Dragon, Necroguard, and 2 Cyber Dragons. Yeah, 2 Cyber Dragons, Celestia, Necrogarna. So his hand's okay. So he special summons Cyber Dragon. So here, I guess I'll go over because I kind of remember I was watching their match. And Donnell has a Horn of Heaven. Should he Horn of Heaven this Cyber Dragon? You can see here, he's looking at it. He's debating on flipping it. And maybe he should have just let it go. I think he should have not let it go. He should have maybe Horn of Heaven here. You're gonna lose your Card Trooper anyway. But I get it. He's probably holding the Horn of Heaven for like a boss monster, like a JD. I get it. I don't know. It's a tough situation because your game plan is probably to summon a gadget and just run over the Chimera Tech and hold the Horn of Heaven. So I'm guessing that was Donnell's thought process. I won't argue with him. Now here, Donnell made a small mistake. I think he forgot that he's on only 8 gadgets. He's playing three red, 3 green, and 2 yellow, and he has the other yellow in his hand. Yeah, that's kind of the thing where you have to like. I made a similar mistake because we just started playing redo format, and I picked up windups after I haven't played that deck in like I played it for fun, but like I haven't really played windups in like 13, 12 years. 12 years, yes, 12 years, and I wasn't keeping track of my resources because sometimes with windups you go through your resources really quick thanks to Factory, Zen Mighty, Rat, and yeah, you just got to be careful. Probably Donnell's used to playing 3 of each, and he might have cost him. And then Ryan had the MST. That's one of the reasons why I was thinking maybe he should have Horn of Heaven the Chimera Tech in case that MST into the Solidarity play. But I understand his thought process. All right, so 53 to 91. Because like now you're getting beat down by that Chimera Tech. Okay, so Ryanide sets Beckoning, plays another Beckoning. Celestia, Necro, Cyber Dragon, so he's going to grab back. Lumina, Cyber Dragon, and Jane. Oh no, Lumina, Cyber Dragon, and there's no JD in there. Celestia. All right, so summon Lumina. 53.91. I don't think he has game. This is 3,000, and if he brings back a wolf, it'll be He'll leave him at 200. So it's not bad leaving him at 200 because then Donnell can't just summon a gadget. He has to be careful. Yeah, you're probably not afraid of his back row. It's been sitting there the entire game. That's another reason why Donnell maybe should have. We can make the argument whether he should have flipped that Horn of Heaven because now, like Ryan probably knows that back row ain't it. It's nothing. You haven't flipped it at all. Anyways, mill 3, mills 2 JD and an Honest, and we know he has Beckoning set. Yeah, like now Donnell's got to be careful because you're at 200. I'm not saying it was an easy decision to make, but you just, that's how we learn. Just think, okay, what if I would have done? That's what I always do when I lose, and I'm like thinking, okay, what could I have done differently? That's always my thought process. Is there a different play I could have made? Side deck choices. Like I always think, what would have happened if I had made a different play? Would have affected the outcome? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't matter. All right, so here comes Solidarity from Donnell. So attack over Lumina. And Ryan's going to Beckoning Light. Grab back Honest. So if we know it's Horn of Heaven, so Damage Cow, Honest, and Donnell picks up his card. Yeah, I still don't know if Donnell would have won. I think he still loses, even if he Horn of Heaven. But maybe he wouldn't have taken as much damage as a difference. So congrats to Ryanide as moving on to the finals of the 5th Players Championship. Now we'll see who will be his opponent. Either Randy with DV Hero B or me trying to go to my 3rd straight finals in the Players Championship. But again, I lost in the finals the previous 2. So we'll see if I can knock out Randy and then potentially knock out Ryan. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. I'll see you guys next time.